Okay. Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you are doing well, and it's time for our weekly track roundup, where I give you my thoughts on a bunch of songs that have come out over this past week, good or bad or somewhere in between. They're all linked down below, along with our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it. If you pick up some turntables or some vinyl over there, check them out. Helps us out, and you get some records that you were going to get anyway, maybe? I don't know. Also, our Patreon page is linked down below. Check it out and get some cool bonus monthly content over there and support the channel in the process. And, of course, shout out to our sponsor, the good people over at The Ridge. They're still making these awesome, banging, minimalist, metal-plated wallets that fit nicely in your front. Now, see, I dropped it, and it's fine. Hit up that link down below, use promo code MELON, and get 10% off of your wallet that you could drop if you want, and it'll be fine. All right, worst tracks of the week. We have a couple. We have a few, starting with, this new one from the Kid LAROI with Justin Bieber. I don't need more music that sounds like After Hours era The Weeknd. When The Weeknd did it, it was fine. In fact, it was good when The Weeknd did it. I don't need more artists doing it, especially when it's not all that good. Thank you. All right, next we have Post Malone. His new track, Motley Crue, is out. And, I'm not crazy about this one. Sounds like a bad Playboi Carti impression over a generic trap beat. Some weak vocal lines in the deep end on the track too, but for the most part, very off-putting for its weak Playboi Carti impression with the squeaky voice and the high range and the weird ad-libs that I typically like Carti doing, but not so much everybody else doing them. Not quite as good. All right, we also have a new one from Logic, Get Up. It's a acoustic number where he's kind of getting in his feelings, getting a little introspective, soaked in reverb, just sounds bland. Vocal performance is not all that great. I'm not feeling it, unfortunately, though I do, certainly appreciate the, personal angle from Logic over here on this one. We have one from Boss with J. Cole and Lil Tjay, the Jackie. The mix on the production is a little whacked. Lil Tjay brings nothing to the track vocally, and while I don't so much mind the vocal line, of the track all that much, I feel like Boss and J. Cole just kind of run it into the ground by the time the song is over. It's just kind of a melodic trap cut that wears out its welcome very quickly, in my opinion, very quickly. All right, we also have one over here from Dave with Stormzy on it, which I wanted to be excited for given the, meeting of the minds on this track. But this is just a generically produced cut with just a lot of bars about watches. I'm just not really all that crazy about it and don't feel like it's as much a flex as it thinks it is. I don't know. I'm not really getting too much out of it, unfortunately, especially on the flow end where I feel like Dave is especially lacking on this one. So, all right, let's move into the tracks that I thought were meh. Not blown away by them, but thought they were still worth a mention for sure. We have a new one from Shamir covering Esther Rose. It is a beautiful little, acoustic number with a country twist that's done pretty well. Recording is raw, but I think the direction Shamir goes in is compelling for sure. Check it out. And if I did not say the title over here, songs remain. Obvious from the, cover there. All right, we have another cover over here of Gloria from Angel Olsen, who is going to be coming out with an EP of 80s covers. However, this rendition over here is quite abstract, very droney, and somewhat harsh as well. I'm not really crazy about the delivery method, but I do admire the ambition, and the tune at the core of it is obviously solid and everything, and the performance is dramatic as hell. I mean, give it a listen, but it's very droney, it's very heavy, it's semi-ambient, and almost, oppressively ambient. It's crushing in its waves of analog synth sound and vocals. Give it a try. All right, we have one from Deafheaven, The Gnashing. I didn't dislike this one quite as much as their last single, but they still just kind of sound out of place on this one. I mean, this track just sounds like almost like a bit more of an atmospheric Interpol or something. You know, I'm just not too crazy about it. You know, it sort of goes on forever. Doesn't really have much in terms of a strong, distinct personality or direction to it. Just kind of okay. All right, we have one Polaris from one Mr. Damon Albarn, who is coming out with a new solo record soon. This one is a very atmospheric, very despondent little synth pop cut. That feels slightly 80s in pockets. Does feel like it drags on for a bit too long, but I am digging, I guess, some elements of the track for sure. We have a new one from Courtney Barnett, new record on the way. The song over here that she has pitched us is Ray Street. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've not been a huge Courtney Barnett fan up until this point. I don't think this track is turning me into one necessarily, but it's not all that bad, I suppose. It's got a steady groove to it. It's folky, it's rocky, it's got that kind of like drawling vocal delivery, slice of life lyrics. If you like Courtney Barnett's spoken word and her just kind of general energy and very relaxed vibe, check it out. Give it a listen. Give it a shot. All right, we have Billie Eilish, NDA, brand new track, where I'm just not crazy about the tune at the core of this one, although I find the production very exciting. The Yeezus-inspired build-ups with the auto-tune vocals, the very dark and I guess tortured verses that kind of call back to her debut full-length album. Sonically, it is, I think, a lot to take in, but melodically, especially, again, when it comes to the tune and the vocal melodies at the core of the whole thing, it's just okay. You know, it feels like the vibe of her first record just intensified a little bit, but I'm not so much crazy about the song, I guess if I had to put it simply. All right, we have Alex Cameron doing a cover with Roan Yellowthorn of Islands in the Stream. And I mean, obviously, it's a good tune. It's a solid tune. Some of the vocal chemistry is quite nice, although I think the instrumental runs a little thin. But all in all, any cover of the song is usually pretty fun, and I think that's the case for this one too. All right, let's move into the best tracks of the week. We have a couple of those as well I'd like to throw your way. We have one over here from Wolves in the Throne Room. This one is titled Spirit of Lightning. I believe this is the second track to come from their forthcoming record. And it's got a very synth-heavy, like old-school black metal sound to it that I like quite a bit. It's sick, it's nasty, it's melodic, it's got a lengthy progression to it as well. Some sick and tight blast beats too. What's not to like? I feel like this is the most lo-fi they've ever sounded, but also the most inspired they've sounded in a while too. So check it out. We also have Sufjan Stevens with Angelo de Augustine coming out with a little 45, little single over here. And Reach Out is, I mean, kind of like classic Sufjan, man. It's like Michigan, Illinois era Sufjan all over again. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's wonderfully written. It's amazingly arranged. Olympus is no slouch either. Give these tracks a listen. If you're a fan of a classic Sufjan, give these tracks a listen. All right, we have a new one from Little Simz, I Love You, I Hate You, which is amazingly produced and fantastically written as well. Some of the most compelling and, I guess, introspective and family-oriented lyrics from Miss Simz so far. And really excited to see how all this is shaping up for the new LP. We also have one from Shygirl with Slowthai on the track, which is a nasty, insane, and a very eclectic banger. Awesome to hear these two teaming up and sounding so great in the process. Next, we have Nas here, Nasty Nas, the Nas, with a Spotify exclusive, Cordae and Freddie Gibbs on the track. And if it sounds a little classic, I guess it's because this song dates all the way back to the 90s, and with Spotify, he's just now kind of getting around to putting it out and finishing it. And I don't know. I mean, it's a really cool cut. I think there are great vocals from each of these guys on the track, great verses from each of these guys on the track. The song has a great energy, great sentiment, a cool topical cohesion between everybody on the song too, from beginning to end. I feel like everybody is kind of top notch on this one lyrically and flow wise as well. I don't really have an issue with it. It's fantastic. And it's really cool that Nas was able to bring this one out of the vault and make some magic with it, along with some newer voices from different generations in hip-hop. And Between the Buried and Me comes through with a fantastic multi-genred insane metal experience on this new cut over here. Fix the Error, where I guess this is going to be off of the sequel to Colors. So the band has been, almost like teasing toward a sequel to their classic record Colors for a while. And this is going to, this is our first taste of what's finally going to become that. And I don't know, first taste on this thing, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, exciting, blistering, and a little disorienting too. In an entertaining way. I would definitely recommend that you guys check this track out. Kicks ass, and is kind of tongue in cheek and funny doing it at the same time. All right, that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. Over here next to my head is another one you could check out, maybe, possibly. I don't know. But either way, I'll see you in the next one. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks Forever.